Here is practice help for the first page of the Nutcracker March. So going through that, we've got a fifth and then a triplet on the same fifth, and then we do a sixth, then a full octave here. Make sure you don't stay on the G. We're going to 2 F sharps. Back to the fifth, and then a sixth, and it repeats. So you'll want to get that those two measures down pat first, and then add in your left hand, and it's just doing a B the same time in the same rhythm as your right hand. All right, so once you get that down, then we can start looking at the next section. So here our rhythm is going to be syncopated. We've got 8th note dots followed by 16th notes. So if these notes were all 8th notes, it would be steady. Sorry, that's the syncopated. It would be steady, like that. But since we've got the syncopation, 8th note dot is longer, 16th note is shorter. Long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. All right, so if it's giving you trouble, you can try playing it as though it were steady 8th notes until you get the hang of where the notes are, and then go back and make it long, short, syncopated. And of course, always, I recommend starting out very, very slowly. We don't want to try to do this at full tempo when you're practicing, especially in the early stages of the practice. So much, much slower. Like that. And then when you get comfortable with it, you can start adding in your left hand. Now that's going to be an E and then an A, and make sure that you're holding your half note dots, and those staccato quarter notes are going to be nice and crisp. We don't want to linger on those. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And actually on that last measure, that's a slur and then a staccato. So we want to go smooth, bounce, smooth, like that. All right, so when you get comfortable with the hands separate, you can start trying to put them together. And do watch out for your key signature throughout this song. All of our Fs are sharp. And the first one we're actually going to hit is right hand right here. Watch out for the F sharp in the middle of your syncopated section. And then your left hand is also going to have one here on the first page. It's the third line down, but we are going to start hitting some Fs in there. So watch out for those. Make sure that they are sharp every time. Now the very last thing you want to work on is going to be your dynamics. And all of these details you can kind of keep in mind when you're in the early stages of practice, but this is when we're going through and finishing, you want to kind of take it one step at a time to perfect everything. So the last thing I'd like you to work on is your dynamics. That's loud and soft. So we've got piano at the beginning. We're going to try to start soft with those staccatos and the triplets. It's very tempting to just kind of hammer into it, but we want to go soft. Hold it back, and then mezzo forte. We get to lean into it right there. Back to soft. Back to soft. Crescendo, starting to get louder, mezzo forte. Forte with an accent. So follow through your music, look for all of the dynamics, and make sure that you are following along with those. And just a quick shout out to makingmusicfun.net. Thank y'all for this free sheet music. It has been lots of fun. All right, and if you have any questions at all, let me know, and I'll post more videos for the following 2 pages here. You will see some repeating patterns in there. So once we get the first page down pat, there's not a whole lot left to do. Alrighty.